sa matatatwin na limuru ni bola-bola. Muna sirumeno.
Nasa dosa naman ba magtulalaka?
Mr. Barkoff come from Canada, as you all know.
Mr. Walter Barkoff, the chairman and CEO of Lion One Metal, employees of the Tuvatu Mine, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, Ms. Ambula Vinaka, and a very good afternoon to you all. It is a pleasure to be with you today and to experience this operation firsthand. It has taken a long time to get here. And as you know, the tenement has changed hands several times since it was awarded in 1987. And this mine is now in full operation. We have been looking for a company that would be a good corporate citizen of Fiji for this site. We want a company that will love and care for the natural beauty of our country and preserve our clean environment. We want a company that offers employment at all levels to Fijians and transfers technical and business know-how. And we want a company that will be a part of the local community, a company that will support the efforts of the people in this area to build some genuine economic prosperity. Gold mining is new to Fiji. The Fiji mining and quarrying sector has accounted for about 1.2% of GDP since 2011. Even with the decline production of in 2012 and 2013 and low prices in 2014, due to low metal prices, gold exports have remained strong since 2013 at around $101.1 million a year. Gold production from the Tuvatu Gold Mine shall add to that in the years to come. We want to make Fiji a more attractive place for sustainable investment. We will be revising our policy and institutional framework for mining and quarrying to update integrated legislation so that responsible mining and mineral exploration and mining companies will work with us. I hope that Tuvatu can be a model of what we can achieve economically, socially, and environmentally. There are some people in Fiji who oppose offering mining leases, and I share many of their concerns, particularly their fears of ecological damage in places like Namosi. But I also believe we can and should use our natural resources for the benefit of Fijians. And I do not believe that we need to sacrifice our environment or sovereignty or our national pride to do so. On the contrary, I think we do so by asserting quite clearly the importance of our environment, our sovereignty, and our national pride. And then we choose carefully what we mine, how we mine it, and who will be our partner. As you will have heard, Lion One began mineral exploration here during a period when many mineral prices, including gold, were low. It was a period of contraction in the mining industry. But Lion One Metals went ahead, and I appreciate their willingness to take this risk. Mining is capital intensive, and there was no guarantee of success. But the company had enough faith in what it would find and enough faith in Fiji to make a substantial investment. I'm sure it was more than faith that drove the decisions. I'm sure the geologists had something to say about what was here. And I'm sure they had good reason to believe that the price of gold would rise. Still, they made their investment so they could position themselves to produce when the price arose. We Fijians are quite familiar with the world of global commodities. The prices of Metals are set much like the price of sugar or cotton or coffee or cacao. They are based on worldwide supply and demand. But gold is a little different from other commodities. Demand for gold is based on industrial uses, jewelry production, and the ups and downs of national currencies, but also in psychology. Gold is a special place in cultures around the world, and when people lose faith in their country's economy or are uncertain about the future, they often buy gold, and that sends the prices up. And when they start to feel better about the future and the state of the economy, they sell gold and investment in other things. In a sense, gold is valuable because people believe it is. But that is usually good for us. The price of gold might decline, but it will always rise again. But I am happy to say that Lion One has good reason to have confidence in Fiji. We have established a sound legal framework, and our regulatory authorities, the landowners and the local communities all gave their kind of support and guidance that helped Lion One make this important decision. We can also be proud that for the last 9 years, all exploration work was conducted by people from this area. Local residents make up about 95% of the workforce, and I'm talking about critical positions such as managers, geologists, engineers, and technical and mechanical staff, in addition to wage workers. This makes this mine a part of this community and gives everyone in this area a sense of ownership and a sense of pride. It is Fijians from this area who are taking this project from exploration to extraction. Fijians will feel a great rush of pride when gold ore begins flowing from this mine. Of course, we Fijians know that what we are capable of, but it's gratifying to see that our reputation for competence, dedication, intelligence, preparation, and hard work has reached Canada. The word must have gone beyond Canada too, because Fiji's mineral sector continues to generate a lot of interest from local and overseas investors. Some are looking to explore our unknown mineral deposits, others are hoping to make new discoveries. Currently, there are some 70 active prospecting licenses issued by the state, as well as 8 mining leases, including this one, Tuvatu. Our constitution guarantees every Fijian the right to live in a clean and healthy environment and commits us as a nation to protecting our natural world. But the company is committed to maintaining high environmental standards and has been true to its word, and I thank you for that. The way the company is controlling and managing the quality of discharge water, quality from the decline shaft, is a good start and an example of how business and government can collaborate. The quality of discharge water is always a concern in mining, because discharge water can contain chemicals and minerals that contaminate water quality downstream. Lion One shared our commitment to prevent this from the beginning and constructed a series of settling ponds for water to flow through and improve its quality before it re-enters the river. The company also set up a monitoring unit with environment officers for its own environment monitoring. The program is monitored by the company and by the Ministry of Agriculture and Rural and Maritime Development, the Ministry of Lands and Mineral Resources, the Environment Unit, and the Department of Environment. Ladies and gentlemen, this effort to fully protect the environment of this beautiful and precious area must succeed 100%. The standards must remain high, and our commitment must be without compromise. This is what the Fijian people expect, and this is what I expect. Mining is one of the areas that will take Fiji forward. As you know, my government is committed to creating opportunities for development and economic growth throughout Fiji. Our economy is booming, and everyone must benefit from the resources we have set at our disposal. Everyone, urban, rural, and maritime, is contributing to our economic success, and everyone should reap the benefits. Our Constitution also guarantees each Fijian the right to participate meaningfully in the national economy. These seem idealistic, but a Constitution is a place where we set down our national ideals as a framework for government and society. Does that mean my government or any government can simply make good jobs and good business opportunities appear as if through some special magic? Of course not. But it does mean that we must make some special efforts to help people in rural and maritime areas find new source of income and improve their incomes from traditional sources. We need to put extra efforts into rural schools, rural health, rural infrastructure, and rural sport. Section 30 of our Constitution gives all landowners the right to share in the royalties paid to extract minerals for beneath their land or water. When we adopt legislation in the near future to make this sharing a reality for people like the landowners in this area, we will ensure that the royalties are distributed equally so that all share equally in the prosperity any mining will bring. This is very similar to the action government took just a few days ago to correct an economic justice, thanks to the Minister for Fisheries, who's present here with us. This has to do with customary rights over commercial fishing in areas traditionally used by a local community. The Ministry of Fisheries and Forests has received well-documented reports that some individuals who have customary fishing rights have been abusing their position. They have been charging a goodwill payment to fishermen who wish to commercially fish in their waters before they would give their consent. In most cases, most of the members from the land-owning unit that have customary fishing rights see little of these payments. If any, either one chief pockets it or a handful of individuals. At the same time, the fisherman has to pay, instead of one fee, they have to pay 2 or 3 fees. The minister rightly took action to stop this because it is extortion, it is theft, plain and simple. The law recognizes traditional fishing rights and requires people who wish to engage in commercial fishing in those waters to pay a fee through the Ministry of Fisheries. It does not give certain individuals the right to turn an honest, hard-working man upside down and shake the money out of his pocket for his own personal gain. When the state distributes the money, all members of the community will get their share. So yes, goodwill payments have been stopped because this has been illegal under the law since the law was made. However, this does not mean that those who have the right to fish in customary fishing areas won't be compensated by the state. All we are saying is that the law needs to be followed, and when compensation is paid, it must be paid equally to everybody in the landowning unit. What we are also saying is that the fishermen must be allowed to contribute to the economy, and of course, like everyone else, given a chance to earn a living. I tell you this here today because our Constitution requires us to provide economic opportunity to everyone, and that means we cannot stand by while Fijians take advantage of other Fijians. And you have the assurance that you will receive the same protection under the law. It's all for a simple reason. The Fijian people are resourceful, energetic, and intelligent. And one of the things that separates humans from animals is that we have the ability to shape our destinies. As long as the Fijian people are not held back by conditions that we can change, we will achieve. As long as they have a government that believes in them, we will set high standards. As long as they have a government that will clear the path before them, they will move down that path to build a better life for themselves and their children. Ladies and gentlemen, this modern mine is part of the new Fiji. It shows what we can do when government, business, and the local community can work together. We need to maintain this high spirit to make this mine operation a model for how we can create economic activity without ever compromising our environment. And I thank you all.
Thank you very much. Thank you.